Square building.
All right, here we go. We are here for the Faribault Coaches Show. We are located at Janna's Marketplace in beautiful downtown Faribault. I am Royal Ross, co-host of said Faribault Coaches Show. Gordy Cosville, our main man in charge, is traveling to some faraway land to call a football game for Carleton. So I wish Gordy good travels. I've got Janna here with me, Janna of the famed Janna's Marketplace. So, Janna, what do we have going on today down here?
Well, it's a bit of a full house, but we've always got room for more. And great hot breakfast, giving out cinnamon rolls to people randomly. And they seem to enjoy that. And it's just a beautiful day to get downtown and get out and about and have some breakfast. Absolutely. And host this show. Absolutely. You got a great menu down here. You can get breakfast and lunch at the same time. You can come down. If it's you and a friend or you and a spouse, one of you can get a cheeseburger, one of you can get meaty hash browns, one of you can get an omelet or anything. Everything is available right now, so come on down to Janna's Market. Jen, any specials or anything? Oh, yeah, we're putting on a Minnesota omelet. So it's onions and mushrooms sauteed with bacon and cheddar cheese and wild rice. It's really good.
Sounds awesome.
Not bad at all.
Sounds awesome. Well, Janna, thanks for letting us host the show here. Mm-hmm. And we'll get on to the main people here, the coaches, the athletes, and everything. I think we have some tennis players in. I think we have some tennis players in the house right now, so we will go to them. Got some young lady tennis players. They've had a great year. So why don't you go around, tell us your name, maybe what position in tennis you play. Now, the last time the sound didn't come through real loud and clear, so if you could, try to speak up and lean into the phone a little bit here, because, folks, we are high-tech in these live radio shows. We're doing this on a computerized handheld device commonly known as a cell phone, so I'll turn it over to this young lady. What's your name and what position do you play?
My name's Stacy Petrichka, and I play number 1 singles.
My name's Haley Reavers, and I play number 1 doubles.
I'm Grace Brazil, and I play number 1 doubles.
All right, and you made it through 2 weeks ago. You got done with the team sections. This week was individual sections. Is that right?
Yes.
Did all three of you go to individual sections?
Yes.
Okay, they're all nodding their head. So, all right, how'd you do in individual sections?
I had a pretty close match against Northfield, and I won the first set 6-4. I was down by a few on the second set, but then I made a comeback by having a positive attitude and putting my full effort, and I won 6-4, 6-4.
You won your first match in sections?
Yep.
So, do you play again, or have you played your second match, or where are you there?
So I went on to play Mayo my second match, and she's like top 10 in the state.
Yeah, so, Mayo's tough.
Yeah, but I actually had some pretty long rallies with her, and I aced her one time, which I thought was I was really proud of myself in that one. And I lost, but I think I did pretty well playing wise.
Good. You're proud of your accomplishments and your season and everything, and we'll circle back to the whole season. But let's hear about your experience at sections.
Okay, so Grace and I played Northfield in the first round, and we beat them in 2 sets. And then we went on and played Century in the second round, who we lost to earlier this season, and we beat them in 2 sets also.
That was a really fun one.
That was a good match. And then we moved on to the third round, and we played Mayo, and unfortunately we lost because they are also top players in the state, and they're probably going to go on to the state tournament and win it. So we had a good match against them, though, but they won.
I really liked how we played against Northfield. We played we had a lot of patience, and we placed the ball pretty well, and our Century match was a lot of fun, but it also felt like it took forever.
Yeah.
We were really close. We were neck and neck in each game, but luckily we were able to take both sets.
That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome that you got a couple of wins at individual sections. Very exciting. So let's now kind of talk about the year as a whole, because everybody is done, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's done. So let's recap the entire year and just give me your thoughts on that.
Okay. You want to start?
Our year was just it started off so well, and I think everyone was super positive, and it was just such a fun atmosphere on the team and everything. and I'm really proud of everyone, and it's just, it was amazing.
Yeah, I agree with Grace. We finished as a team, I think we were 9-10 and 5-6 in the conference, which is really good, especially because last year we had 1 win, so we got a lot more this year.
I'm super proud of the entire team for putting in the effort outside of the practice and outside of the season even, and keeping a positive attitude through everything they do. We had a really strong start in the beginning, and they just kept pushing right until the end, and I think we did exceptionally well.
That is awesome. Very cool. Now, let's talk a little bit about your coach. He's not here today, but he was kind of in the news in the last week, wasn't he? What was he in the news for?
He got our conference coach of the year this year, and that's a huge accomplishment. He hasn't for the girls season yet. He's gotten it twice for boys, and it's just amazing how he got that this year.
And can I assume that it's very, very well deserved?
Yeah. Yes, very well.
All three of them in unison. Yes, it is. Coach Jeff Anderson is who we're referring to there. He is the head coach of both the boys and the girls tennis programs here at Faribault High School. And he's been doing it for now, I bet 10 years or so. And so to get 2 boys Coach of the Year awards and now a girls Coach of the Year award, that's outstanding. I couldn't be more proud of Jeff for all of his effort and time that he puts into the tennis program. I mean, he had a son, Nick, that played on the tennis team, but again, that was probably 9 years ago. If Jeff's been coaching for 10 years, Nick probably played 9 years ago. I don't know how long ago it was, but, so he doesn't have any kids in the program or anything. He does it because he loves the sport and he enjoys it. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that he loves the kids too, and watching them progress. And you ladies have had a great year. You've really progressed and, kind of put Faribault tennis on the map. So what are we looking at for next year? How many seniors are we losing? And how many are coming back?
We're losing 4 total seniors, 3 of which play varsity, so we're losing 3 of our top players. But Grace here is going to kick butt next year.
And Gabby Temple is going to be a senior with me next year, so we hope to be really good leaders for our team and do well next year.
So for those of you that don't know, there are 4 singles players, correct? Singles 1, singles 2, singles 3, singles 4, and then there's 3 doubles teams, correct? So there's 10 people, basically 10 starters, per se, on the tennis team. And we're only losing 3 out of those 10, right?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. We can build on this and really go. So now, you've indicated that one of you is coming back. I'm going to make a guess here. A couple of you are not coming back. So I think you 2 ladies here are seniors.
Yeah.
What does the world of life hold for you?
I'm not 100% sure what I want to do after high school just yet, but I am sure that I want to go to college, and I'm thinking that I might be a art teacher or elementary teacher.
Awesome. Very cool. And hopefully you'll come back to Faribault.
I'm also not 100% certain on what I want to do. I think I'm between Mankato State University or River Falls, and I am interested in playing tennis at River Falls, and I'm not sure what I want to manage in yet, something in the sports field.
Okay, so some type of sports management program, right?
Yeah.
And the Wisconsin State schools, you've got Eau Claire, you've got River Falls, you've got La Crosse, you got all kinds of state colleges in Wisconsin. And the thing I noticed about them when we were looking at schools for my kids is they don't have tennis programs. Tennis must be huge over in Wisconsin for colleges. Is that kind of what you've noticed?
I've only visited 2 schools in Wisconsin, but they've had good tennis programs.
Well, very good, very good. I wish you all well. I think you're going to obviously all do great things. So now we're going to go to the quote underclassmen. I assume you're a junior.
Yes.
So what are you looking forward to in next year, and what leadership are you going to bring to the team?
I hope to be a really great cheerleader, and that's my favorite thing to do, and just help, guide our team, for different skills and stuff. And I also hope to do a lot of things throughout the summer to help build, because I think that was a really big thing that helped us this past year, was that we did a lot of stuff in the summer. So that's what I'm hoping for.
All right, you mentioned kind of cheerleading. Are you involved in other activities at Faribault High?
Yeah, I'm in basketball and softball, and I'm also in lake crew and a couple other clubs like that, and student council. So
that's a lot. That's a lot. When do you have time to have any fun? I mean, I realize all of these activities are fun, but can you pack anything more into your high school career here?
I don't know. I like staying busy and seeing all my friends and stuff, and it's a lot of fun.
What about you two? Are you involved in any other activities or sports or anything?
Yeah. Basketball, I'm a boys tennis manager. I'm in student council. I'm in honor society and band.
Well-rounded, very well-rounded. And how about you?
I'm also thinking of managing the boys team this year for the first time, actually. I'm captain of speech team and math team, and I'm in Big Brothers Big Sisters for 3 years now. What else? I can't remember them off the top of my head.
Yeah, you're involved in too many things to even remember, right? So, well, I thank you ladies very much for coming out and keeping us up to date on all of the whole season, really. The whole season, because you've been great. You've come out here about 3 or 4 times and updated us, told us about your sport, your matches, and your coach especially. Okay, once again, congratulations to Coach Anderson, Coach Jeff Anderson, Coach of the Year for women's high school tennis. That is awesome. So thank you all very much for coming out. I wish you nothing but the best. And if you're playing some winter sports, hopefully you'll come out and visit with us again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see what other sports we can bring in here. Luckily, we've got lots of people around today. Like I said, we've kind of got the B- team here and myself hosting this show. Once again, Royal Ross with G&H Properties. We're down here at Janna's Market. We've got a little plate of goodies here that everybody, well, not everybody, but at least the athletes and coaches that come down, they can take from the goodie tray and enjoy some of Janna's baked goods. But also come on down, like I said before, grab a cheeseburger, grab an omelet, whatever you'd like for a meal, and enjoy. So now we're going to turn it over to here. I think we've got some volleyball jackets on, so I'm going to go out on a limb here. Please don't make me look any dumber than I usually am. You're volleyball players.
Yeah.
All right, well, go around, introduce yourself, tell us what grade you're in and what position you play.
My name is Hallie. I'm a senior, and I'm a middle.
I'm Riley. I'm a senior, and I'm a right side.
I'm Josie. I'm a junior, and I'm an outside.
All right, and tell us about the season now. What's going on in the world of Faribault High School volleyball?
So we have a pretty young team, a pretty new team this year. So our team's been going through a lot of changes and a lot of improvements throughout the season, but we've just been working on trying to have fun and trying to use ourselves to our best potential and not focus on more of the winning aspect, just work on improving and getting better every day.
And how's the season going so far?
We are, what's our record?
Tough question, I know.
We've won a couple games this season, a little less than we've wanted. We should have won a couple more, but it's really no big deal. We just really want to work on improving and preparing all of our future Faribault volleyball athletes to be their best when they grow up.
Awesome. And how about you?
I think we've been really working on finishing games. We've been really good in our first couple sets, and then we kind of lose everything. So I think that's really what we're trying to work on coming into the end of our season.
Yeah, I agree with Hallie and Riley. We're just a super new team and have to figure things out. We are closing our season, but hoping for a section win.
Yeah, hoping to finish strong here. Now, what's the maturity level of your team? How many juniors? How many seniors? Things like that.
So we have 4 seniors this year. Okay. We have 5 juniors. So most of our team are juniors. Then we have a few underclassmen. We have a couple freshmen. I don't think we don't have any 8th graders this year, but we have a sophomore. So most of our team is juniors, but most of our team is pretty new to the varsity level of volleyball. So we've just really been working on trying to play as a cohesive group and not be separated just because our abilities or our grade levels.
Do you feel like you are coming together at the end of the year here, and is this basically your best volleyball right now?
Honestly, I really do think so. At the beginning of the season, we've had lots of struggles with not really getting along, but just being a cohesive group and working together and using all of us to our best potential. But now towards the end of the season, we've really been focusing on trying to get that team bond, and that really helps the team bond really helps push us to our best potential and play our best every day.
So it's not like, earlier in the season, it wasn't like you weren't getting along and there was fights and arguments, nothing like that. No. But in volleyball, it really relies on a lot of timing, and it relies on a lot of cohesion between the players. Players need to be where their teammates expect them to be. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
And you think that's starting to come together?
Yeah, so I really do think that's very true. I mean, a lot of the players we have aren't really... In the past, we've had teams that have played together for a couple years, so we all know each other. We all, kind of have that bond. But this year, we're all pretty new to each other. I mean, we're all friends, but we haven't all played together as a group, so that's really what we've been working on, is getting that bond and really taking our relationship with our teammates to the next level to be able to play our best.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would. We are, and I think we're really coming together with it, too.
Yeah, we only have 3 returning varsity players from last year, so it was just a brand new group, JV players and B squad that had to step up.
Yeah, and my wife is a huge volleyball player, so, and I mean that in heart, not in stature. She's not a big woman, don't get me wrong, honey, I love you. But she's a volleyball player, and just in watching her and watching all the college matches on TV that we watch together, it's all timing, and you just gotta be where you're supposed to be at the time. That pretty much sums up volleyball, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got a couple of minutes left here for the seniors in the group here. What's the big plans?
So next year, I'm still kind of deciding on a school, but I'm either going to go to University of Wisconsin La Crosse or UMD in Duluth, and I'm going to major in pre-occupational therapy and hopefully become an occupational therapist one day.
I am still deciding on a school, but I'm deciding between Luther and St. Olaf that I'm going to go play softball there, and I am not decided on a major yet.
So softball is kind of your main sport.
Yeah.
That's your love.
Yeah.
And you're going to get an opportunity to play it in college. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Lots of memories there. Now you're a junior, so we're just going to focus on next year. You're coming back, team leader. You're going to kick butt, get everybody in shape, aren't you?
Yep.
All right. What are you looking forward to next year now, coming back, and what do you see for the team?
So we are a big group of juniors this year, so we'll have to have a lot of girls step up, and so just leaving them and having them teaching them the ways of varsity volleyball and how the culture should be.
Yes, bringing them all together.
Yeah.
We've used the term cohesiveness quite a bit, or at least the root word of cohesive, a lot in this interview. So that's pretty much what you have to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, well, ladies, thank you very much for coming in. Please come back, give us the final update at the end of the season, and I look forward to talking to you then.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Have a great day. Thank you. Yep. All right, it looks like we got a football coach in here. One of our mainstays here, and Coach, you'll notice what shirt I'm wearing today.
Very nice. You got the rocking the BA football shirt. Nice.
Yes, I do have the BA football shirt on. You guys did exactly what I warned you about last week. You did not overlook Hayfield, and you took care of business, didn't you?
Yeah, boys came down and I thought played pretty well, especially considering the absolutely horrendous conditions on Thursday night. I told these guys yesterday in our film session, in 45 years of watching, coaching, and playing football, I've never been in a more miserable game in my entire life. And I think that's a testament to these guys that they played as well as they did under the conditions. It was 35, 40-mile-an-hour winds. The rain was coming sideways the entire game. The fourth quarter, I was like, how was it raining harder? I didn't think it could rain any harder than it was at the beginning of the game. It was cold. It was miserable. No one wanted to be there, but these guys just plugged away. And, we had some big plays. And I don't know how Elliott passed for 117 yards in the terrible conditions we were in, but we're a team that passes this year, and we're not going to give up on that. And so we just kept plugging away, and these guys did a great job.
All right, well, let's talk to a couple of players here. Introduce yourself. Tell us what you play.
I'm Elliott Beal, and I play quarterback and defensive back. I'm Matthew Fries, and I play offensive center and defensive end.
All right, so Elliott, horrible conditions, rain, not exactly great passing weather, but kind of explain to the listening audience, what is it like to have to pass in wind and rain, slipping in mud, just the whole thing?
I mean, it's pretty horrible, especially going into the wind. You can't really do anything. I threw like one ball one time and it curved all the way back to the line of scrimmage. But usually rain's fine as long as you have a dry ball. You can still let it go, but yeah, it's not fun.
And how about you? What was it like to get out there in the mud and the muck and play in that game?
It was interesting. Slipped a couple of times, but we kind of expected that. We tried to keep snaps going as good as we could, and we were able to do that. So
I got a question. This is high tech and this is live, folks. So I just had a question come in. It says, ask Matthew if his scouting career teaches him to be a great leader on the football team.
I would say it does, because for your Eagle Scout project, you're not supposed to work there. You're supposed to lead people. You're supposed to tell people what to do. And so sometimes on the team you have to tell people what to do because they don't understand what they're doing. So I would say that my scouting career has helped me a lot in many aspects of my life.
Did you achieve an Eagle Scout?
I have.
Wow, that is awesome. Congratulations. That is a very, very cool accomplishment. So, Coach, I'm going to come back to you now, and you kind of piggyback on that. And what do you think of Matthew's leadership?
Matt has been a great leader for us this year. He drives a lot of the stuff during practice. He holds himself very accountable, and on top of that, he holds his teammates accountable for everything that's going on. So I couldn't be any happier with him as one of the co-captains this year. We got 6 really good co-captains. I literally couldn't narrow it down this year. I got so many great young men playing and leading BA, and if I could make every one of my seniors a co-captain, I would. But I don't think the high school league would be appreciative of that. But Matt's done a great job, along with Elliott's also been a captain now for 2 years. And as a coach, when you get a great group of young men like I've got, and then the leadership that they exhibit, not just on the field but off the field, in the classroom and the hallways at Bethlehem Academy, it just makes you feel really good.
So now, there's that old saying, too many cooks in the kitchen. In other words, too many people are trying to run things. So you've got 6 co-captains. Did you run into any issues with that, as in there's too many cooks in the kitchen, or were the 6 captains pretty cohesive? I'll turn it over to the gentleman here.
I'd say no. Typically, if we have to make someone run, a lot of the captains look at me. I'm the guy that keeps everyone in line. If they're late for practice, showing up for film, late for anything that we have with football, typically that's my responsibility. So,
is that because you're the biggest, strongest, and toughest on the team?
Probably not the strongest, but I mean, I think they just look at me because I have a pretty loud voice, and so a lot of people listen to loud voices.
Hey, I like the way you put that. I like that. So what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had any problems as captains. I think the hardest part was actually choosing who we wanted to have as captains, but yeah, we all go along pretty well. We all know each other's roles.
All right, and you're both seniors, correct? So let's kind of wrap up the season thus far? Because you guys aren't done yet. You got a lot of football left to play, but what do you think of the season you're having?
We're off to a really good start. We're 6-1 right now, and our only loss is to, I think they're number 2 ranked in the state, Fillmore. We lost in overtime, but other than that, we've been really good.
And you've got kind of the end of the season coming up now. Do you have a regular season game left?
Yeah, we have one more.
Okay, one more regular season game, and then we'll get into the sections, the playoffs, things like that. Who's your next game?
Blooming Prairie.
Blooming Prairie, okay. Do they have a strong team?
Yeah, they're pretty good. We've watched some film on them, so.
Okay. Where's that at? Is that at home, or do you go down to Blooming Prairie?
They'll be home.
Okay, good. So that's a good advantage for us, right? When is the game?
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night of this week. So just, 4 nights away or so. What are your chances? What are you looking at for this game?
Win.
Win. I like it. Very simply, just win, And I understand that. I understand that mentality. Coach, what do you think? I know you've looked at some film from the Blooming Prairie team, and odds pretty good on this one?
I think we can beat them. We're going to have to come out and, again, play a really good football game. They've got a sophomore quarterback who is their best athlete, without a doubt. He can punt it, he can run, he can pass. I think it's his older brother might even be playing at Mankato State. He was they won their state championship in 2019. I believe he was their best receiver. And so, they're very talented. Blooming Prairie has a very storied history down there. They've traditionally had a very strong team and program. Coach Kimball's been there for, 25, 26 years. He hasn't had very many losing seasons. So if you don't come down and take these guys seriously, they'll put a world of hurt on you. Traditionally, they're a wide open, pass the ball kind of offense. This year, they seem to be a little bit more running, a little less passing, maybe a little more balanced on their attack, more like we are, about a 50-50 pass run team. So it should be a good game. It'll be fun. Again, the fun games are the ones where you got to do a little scheming and you got to play your best, and that's what makes football exciting. Going out and blowing some team away. I know sometimes the guys like to do that, but from a coaching perspective, it's not very much fun. And I think the funnest games we've had this year. Goodhue, without a doubt, was just a great fun game, and especially since we won it. Fillmore was a fun game. I wish we would have come out with a win on that one, but we've had some tough, tight contests, and those are the fun ones to coach, and I think they're the fun ones to play. And 20 years from now, when these guys get together for a reunion, those are the games they'll be talking about. Is those tight ones? They won't remember the ones that they went out and beat somebody by 50 points, because they won't be. There's nothing memorable about that.
Yeah, and you mentioned you lost to Fillmore, who is state ranked. They're a very, very good team. You lost to them in overtime, but that loss could have made your season, really. It could have sharpened the guys up a little bit for later close games in the season. Is that a good analogy?
Yeah, I think most coaches will say you probably learn more from a loss than you do from a win, because you really do a lot of introspection, and you really look hard at yourself when you have a loss. You go, what could we have done different? What mistakes did we make? So a lot of times, when you have a loss, you work a lot harder to make and correct those errors, and maybe you gloss over those when you have a win, or especially when you have a big win, you don't work as hard at it. So I think we took a lot of lessons, and the guys have done a great job, and we've gotten better and better every week, and I'm sure some of the motivation is knowing that we want to get back and get a little revenge on Fillmore somewhere in the playoffs.
All right, well, once again, I thank you guys for coming out. We just got a few seconds left here in the game.